Hey everybody, how's it going? It is a Monday, which means it's time to continue our catch-up playthrough, at least for this week. Next week's a complete different story. And we're back to Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We just finished the 4th episode last time we got around to this. The Adventure of the Cloud of Kokoro. So we're on the 5th one. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. And that's basically where we are at. Let us... The hound that the biscuit fills. The event of the unspeakable story. Alan? I'll let you.
Coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistols I cocked, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined.
I should probably move. Yeah, I'm gonna move myself here.
Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
I honestly assume that these quotes at the start are literally just quotes from the Sherlock Holmes' books. Our first 2 months in London passed by a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience, we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country. And Suzuki-Khan's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we emerged victorious. However, there then came to interrupt to our opportunity to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course. Since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. 15th of April, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consistency. Hang on. Hold on. I had to do it better. Just knocked him well. Yes, there. That morning, I was walking by an unobserving knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he gone, Susanna-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Why is she staring out the window? Susanna-san? Yes! Holy crap! Is it time to leave for quarter right? Wow! Let me see. What case is there? I don't think we're on schedule to pay anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. Isolate me. But I think Iris said she wanted to make us breakfast this morning. Do we get a measure showing so sweet? Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? Once available, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let's see, what case is it today? Here we go again. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. I love the smell of fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea? Not heard of sign. Thanks, Susan. I'm alright for now. The green tea Susan makes me from time to time, and Irish's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover. And tea is such a wonderful accomplishment to Brit these tea cakes, don't you think? Oh, Oh, sorry, a companionment. Huh. Only. This is the C-section of bro from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slip. Oh wow. Slipping sugar and milk into my slipping sugar milk into my cup when she makes it. So better. Whoops. Tea is a drink to be enjoyed now, Hosan. You don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw up your face, though. There's a shovel! Why is there... Oh, it's a spade, right? Spade has been there since we started renting this place. Oh, that's not a spade, Mr. Howard, not a Hoverson. It's a... Oh, okay. It's the argument. No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose materials. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. This is a material. That's for scooping. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose materials. It's a shovel. I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. And so it begins. I've only been here in London for about 2 months, but this is starting to look like a massive pal already. Tidy up once in a while. San, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that can be better spent on simple housework. On some simple housework, sorry. She wins. I'm supposed to be a lawyer here. Ah, the Dharma I brought me from home. Still, with only one eye colored in. I say I colored the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but... You have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact. Because the space, so I'm still lacking as a lawyer. I'll tell you what. Why don't you color the other eye in once? Do you think I'm a proper full-faced lawyer? If you insist. Ah, this must be the telegraph. Let's see. Ah! No, you mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstance. Oh, alright. I won't. I'm sorry, Naruto-san. Would you be very mischievous at times. And put the telegram away. You don't want people looking at it. You know, I've never seen inside your room there, Susanna-san. I've never even peeked inside. I should think so too. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know. Whatever you say, young maiden. You're rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing so well. And Amarons too. It's a very wonderful invention, isn't it? See, behind glass, inside your room. Another sample of Great Britain's greatness. How many clean out and cheese water isn't so great though, is it? I wonder if I can present this. Yes. It means a great deal to me, you know. But you cherish this armband so, and to wear it each time you appear in court. Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer, and whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength for Cosima. I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in the trial. But just the other day, I noticed you were wearing it when to visit that park. Sometimes I forget to take it off. So, was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you're not gonna get it for that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. I mean, interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now she tried to and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise I'd tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. I suppose Sugi-san will have a ride back in Japan by now, wouldn't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already. Or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had a very long telegram from him. Do you remember? Complaining of seasickness? But by and large, it seemed the voyage had been going well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might become of Susaki-san had he stayed in London after all? You mean, in regards to Lone Van Seek, the Reaper? Yes, I can't help but wondering if seasickness would have been paled into significance in that case. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be safe from the Reaper, right? Like the way the night march ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of travel virus is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Susaki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means. That's the curse of the Reaper that can only take effect within the confines of the city in London, perhaps? Even though that's the case, it's a little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. The legend of the Reaper is to be believed. It would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. What do you think about it? I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely, not wielding a sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Seek hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Sugi-san's trial, he withdrew from judicial services again, it seems. Really? Just like before. And he wasn't seen in court for several years. So, it's just been me who had to face him in his recent Great Ace trial. And just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry? What's that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. I think we're done here. Let me just give it here and let it over. Yeah, we are good here. Okay. Oh yeah, with the furniture we moved in recently, this place is starting to feel like a real office. My lodging and office, located in the attic above the suite of the room rented by Mr. Sholmes. I'd call it a consultancy, but clients aren't exactly beating down the door. When you're ready, let's head downstairs for breakfast, and the house and office of the world-famous and great detective and his young companion, Iris. It seems people from all over the globe come to engage on his consulting detective services. 15th of April, Sholmes' suite. Morning, Bruno. Morning, Susie. Morning, Iris. Why do I hear fueling? Iris? Doesn't Bruno? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. That's interesting. Ah, yes. You noticed that, didn't you? Did you? Kiri is in the best form this morning, it seems. Oh yeah, he's seen better days. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. Good morning. Die, perhaps? Something happened, Mr. Sholmes. You look miserable on the way you were playing the violin before. My online mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. I'm the blessed assistance! The splendid assistance. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing to consider. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and inspired coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Did I just hear a cat? Ah, there's a kitty! Look! It's Why. Good morning, boy. That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. How did it get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I need something look different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. The fire spraying company is again today. It's fire different feeling in Japan's Senpai. Look at that photograph print displayed on the mantelpiece. B? Yes, it must be! It's the woman! Oh, how exciting. Is it supposed to mean something to me? Okay, so assuming his cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. It appeared as previous owners completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews. Meows as empty as the hearts of the mews. If Mr. Sumi had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expected he would have taken him if he could. Cats are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of patches are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come? Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You're an officer? You're a servant, Bruno. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What? What is that? I call it the Cat Flippoman. Victorian times, I guess. Oh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. It can make a cat flop for a little furry friend like Waggle in seconds. And they can do any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make a cat flap rather than make a machine to make a cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must be a call for our door in our office. Upstairs, Iris. Rena decided to come with unconventional inventions, this girl. Hehe. That should be used for coffee. It seems very sturdy, but the equally sturdy look. The equally sturdy look. Naruto doesn't go around opening things. I've always kept an eye on you. Don't always have to keep an eye on you. You're very mischievous. Did you come to that conclusion? These are all mementos of Mr. Shone's past cases, I think. He's been involved in many cases. I wonder if the beef stick from La Chalet Fall would be displayed here. A mysterious shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing man, a bust of Napoleon. Ah! What an intense, entrancing collection. It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me. Rather like what's on my own shelves. Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruto. No parasitism there at all. Come to think about it, I haven't seen Iris do much writing recently. But there's paper already set up in the typewriter. Looks as if she's about to start. That reminds me, I mentioned that News was in the process of writing full-fledged novels. Miss Unatsumi was most impressed. Ah yes, Miss Unatsumi. That's what I'll be doing once I get back to Japan, he said, her tightly clenched fists and teeth. It's a charming little white shelf. It's full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Science is the future, Master Haru. You can't deny it. I'm saving my money so I can buy my own chemistry apparatus as well. Lol, chemistry, takedown throws. What the first skills you boast, Mrs. Usano. As usual as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list. Our subjugacy sets is there on the field as usual. A couple of her hurl lens always helps me relax when I'm feeling the stream. The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? Oh, that's a new one. It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essential tea. I think we covered everything on this side. The Mr. Jones' desk is completely clear. It's not enormous as you usually on it. You never hope to understand what Bruce and his great detectives might be in Haru. Why, next time we're invited, you may find him vacated the entire suite. That's scarcely possible, actually. There's all sorts of these sales, chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high. I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple up any moment. Oh, it's such a charming, untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? It looks messy to me, like my desk. You, Mr. Naruto, I'll start to tidy up after yourself. No favoritism there, Dan. Alright, let's go see what Sholmes is. Why Sholmes is so down in the dumps. Here. Would you like to deduce this armband? Homemade race mainly. Yeah, but the promise was a metal. Yet in my morbid depression, I'm confronted with the most mundane of problems. Oh. I find greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony on the floor than in your miserable offering. Oh, let's got it. Ah. I wanted to get him going. Alright, what's going on? So if show us what happened. Also, just notice that there's 2 cards on the right there. Looks to be the 7 of spades and the 3 of diamonds. Used to be the case in my hand. Violin is sung like a dawn's chorus. Smells tones would make the flowers bloom. Now, music are music to me, the goddess of music has formula. Where do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I would buy, for days even. To the nights I have endeavored to no fail. Sorry. That sound, my tone is lost. A brand clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever! No more recitals of bright emotions. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, hearing? Don't worry. I'll show back in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naraho. The gods of arts are fickle. One day they'll vote genius on a man, the next day unmercifully withdraw it. Oh dear. Ah! Why is this happening to me? Sorry, why is this happening to me? Did they take the turn? They take the turn I have for the violin with me. What is left? For pity's sake, what is left? Duxer perhaps? It's not what you're known for. This turns into the pry, but your desk is rather empty today. Ah, well done, Mr. Shisano. Your observation skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You struggled not to notice, wouldn't you? I mean, here's Great Ace Scope. That's a windy bank now. Sorry? It's at a windy bank? No, Windy Banks! The pawnbroker. Pawn? What? Wait, it's been pawned? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It had some consideration. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your works? I do wish you should consult with us if your situation happens with this desperate. I should have got past what little income I had to you. Dear madame, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker had your wonderful machine. How could it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. Is it? Doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither you fully understand how pawnbrokers works. Oh, I understand exactly. What do you mean? You said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works. The people of London, pawnbrokers are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker, of course. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily for the week. And then on Saturdays, they go recovering their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see. Especially people in inner London. Should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to worry, obviously, but the pawn should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So now we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see? A pawnbrokery can be window of an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Huey with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Huey? Hurley, sorry, Hurley. I wouldn't call him Huey. It's Hurley. Whoopsies. Doesn't matter. The world is dead to me now. Shomes. Cut! What's that? Pocket hat? What was that? Oh no! Hightail's tangled up! You're failing in! I think he thinks it's a toy. No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear. This room expresses violin. How should I car? What? Shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I am now. So Showman's really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I? Okay, Hurley? If the cat's reach as possible, maybe we should assess the damage. This is the violin, isn't it? It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by a renowned Italian luthier, Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. Doesn't look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languished in a pawn shop down the non-discreet back alley. The broker had no idea of its value. I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. That's cheap. How honourable of you. And until today, it's been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I've made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music to tolerate the blonde assistance? No! There's none! I forgot how to my Sholmes impersonation. Mr. Sholmes? What is... My dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fun. Is a release from the stall routine. Well, it's about the violin. Looks very different than normal, don't you think? Hmm? What do you mean, Salem? Oh, Susie's right! Yes. Tone of the wood is completely different. That's not all. I'm sure there was no cracks here before. But it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? I'm terribly sorry to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't the violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. One? What? One! Oh, it's on the floor! Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right! You're quite right! This isn't my faithful in Paris. So what, pray, is this piece of string from them? Not your faithful performing partner, then. Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what happened if you ask her. I didn't know. Huh. I didn't know about the viola instrument. I never knew about that. Oh, don't tell me. You got a mix-up, Iris. Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windy Banks until last week. Ah, the pawnbroker, at the pawnbroker. Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. This is a prefer. There is a prefer from the east with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let the beloved child travel. Expect normal. Yes, indeed! So you send your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hopes that will experience personal growth. Oh, what a wonderful idea. Last week, I pawned my great aniscope in order to release my precious instrument. It would appear Mr. Remax mistakenly furnished me with this powder I fill instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by such hollow timber of this piece of timber. Timber with no. But your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Hush, a fine state of affairs it is. And why I was saying, Mr. Naruto, never trust a pawnbroker. They'll try to fiddle you every time. Earlier you told us that you could think pawnbrokers of an extraordinary secure vault. Come, Mr. Naruto. Diddle-dine, what could you know? Sorry. Crunching your toast with that fake hits aspect, freezing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency which we have faced? We must visit Mr. Windybank's broker once, isn't that right, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Susano. Without a moment delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not intend to crunch your bacon with an intrinsically vacant aspect to finish your eggs even more obtusely? Alright, say no more. Let's go then. Oh, don't worry, Reno. I'll be happy to heal up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Aris. As it happens, I'm rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker looks like. Now, will this work? I must have your dad, Miss Naruto. Unfortunately, I may be, but I'm nevertheless a professional. I cannot summon such a humdrum item. Renovating less than £5. Oh god, that's I forgot how expensive that is at that point. Oh no, I just wanted to ask if My dear fellow, as a professionally conducted detective, I could possibly venture an opinion for anything less than £5. Are you perhaps hoping to purchase a new telescope in the near future, Mr. Sholmes? Indeed I am. As you know, it has been a long ambition of mine to discover a new star and name it for myself. But your earthly stardom isn't enough. Right, let's go get 2 new locales. Let's go to the pawnbroker. 15th of April, Windy Banks Pawnbrokery. This is a British pawnbrokery. That's a lot of clocks. Oh my! There are all sorts of tools and contraptions here that I've never laid eyes on before. Susanna-san. And the spark of a wonder they're in your eyes. You can't wait to scar the shells, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this. Well, yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is weird for me. My dear fellows, let's forget why we're here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes! You're calling on a man of business, not pleasure. And clear Mr. Sholmes means to see. Judging by the spark and the spark of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back. You hear that person welcome? Well, yes. We are potential customers, after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naraho. It's time to inform Mr. Windy Banks of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. Mr. Windy Banks, about that. Let me see. I'll give you a trump henceforth. No, I don't want to pawn it. Oh, naturally you recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago? Yes. This segment fiddles on my faithful instrument, Mr. Windy Banks. Put on with him, it's not even the same size. I'll do a summary of our observation, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so sorry, sir. I utterly unforgivable me, an inexcusable mistake as a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. I take my own life. I don't think that will be necessary. Do you? Let me just say one thing before I pop off. Oh, yes. If it's you, Mr. Sholmes, took a whole out to remember that item the other day. I believe. Sorry? That's called I entered the storm to fetch your fuel in when I heard, ah, here it is! You did? And turned to the control unit. Oh. However, they're going to know that. Okay. Please. No, my dear fellow! The fault is mine! Ah, you missed the shelves. Please put the gun back. I'm hearing that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize for my evidence may questionable disposition in person. In sort of tragedy. Oh well, you wouldn't be Mr. Sherlock Holmes about that. Questionable this decision now, would you? I do believe you. Sir, laughs. It's your laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, as you said, one of those challenging customers. I needn't remind you of the particular collection of items you were from my doors in the past. Oh, particular items? Nature Mom, for example. A polished manuscript of Appleton's work, the novel of Sherlock Holmes, or such. Oh my! A new fully fledged novel! And published! A story I get to read, you mean? Ah! Forgive me! Wait, before you die! You must save me! Oh god, no! Let's not go to that extreme! So tell me everything! Wow, so that's really far up now. Is there really it's a really a published story under a spy roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought me an old metal chest, you see. I'd like to entrust this in your care for a while, Mr. Moneybag. For chests like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a bottom more. It has some a great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recording the adventures of one Sherlock Holmes. Sorry, pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit the manuscript? Indeed, I'm confident it'll be quite safe here. Ah, that was that. Says Mr. Sherlock's. Mr. Sholmes' tale of otherworldly mysteries lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes' treasure! Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I'll continue to pay your fees, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Oh god. Of course, sir. Of course, they are safe to me. I assure you on my life. This is all very strange. Can I ask you something? Ah, gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that's Silver Suit. I could offer you 6 pence for it. Hey, Pizza, how you doing? Like wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat. Oh, are you? But for your spending entire, I'm getting used to it. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Oh crap! What was it? I think it was like 1.5. 5 guineas was £10.50 if memory serves me right. In this time of age. There's a squeak to the side. Static. Your interest in the finance, what's this say? Yeah, like, we've only really started it today, so. Right, can you see it? Right, intro. Please don't. Why do I feel something? For an hour, Hordo. We're defense attorneys defending people from. Well, yeah, we're basically defense attorneys. We gotta defend them in trial and turn it about. Oh, this game wants more time around the Victorian times, so. Yeah. But that doesn't stop the kids from being like weird. I can enjoy it. It can be enjoyable. I mean, the writing's nice. Writing's fun and all. Because I know this is. I think on this and the Switch stuff, I think there's this and the original trilogy, which is a different person, which is like obviously more modern time. So I'm trying to think, like, there was a case in this. I'm trying to think, like, a case from there. So there was a case in this game that was murder, but it was in a carriage, well, an omnibus. So you try to figure that out. And then there was a mystery and locked room mystery we had to figure out. Yeah, maybe, like I said, it'll take a while for us like to get to the trials, to the fun stuff. Yeah, I also hope your yesterday goes good. I think this game particularly, Ace Attorney Chronicles. I think we've been playing this for about 3 weeks now, and we've been playing like 2 to 3 hours each. I think I've played this for at least maybe 10 or so hours. I think these are long. These can be long things. I think it's like normally the first case, which is normally short, and the end of where we're at tends to be longer ones. You gotta be thinking about that. It can be, yeah. But if you want to split them down like individual cases, individual episodes, the first episode tends to be the shortest, and the last one tends to be the longest. And then you got me wondering. I am actually going to check this myself. I also guess it depends like how much you can figure out going for it. And sometimes the obvious one's not the right way around it. It's not the right answer. Okay. Oh, we got caught. Oh. Okay. It's taking us a while to get to R1. Who's going to be our defender this time around? Oh. 9. Oh. No, I think I played this for 20 hours, not near 20 hours. I literally just looked at the back at the like archive streams I have over on YouTube, and yeah, they're mostly like 2 to 3 hours long. Oh. Oh, the cost of the film. Oh, poor guy. Okay. Well, I guess we're done here. Oh, there's the violin. Please, let's not go to the dark stream again. Thank you, Naruto. Hmm? That's not reassuring. I have a feeling this person's going to be important very soon. Like, I really think he's going to be important. Juror of this trial, maybe? Oh, there's a music box here. Wait. Oh. That's actually his kind of music. Nice music. Oh. No worries, Pizza. Like I said, I hope things go well for you. Like I said, I'm probably going to go on for I'll probably still be on for like another 2 hours or so. If that's interesting, so if I'm done. If not, like I said, it's all going to be on YouTube, so no worries. Yeah, like I said, no worries about it. All right, see yous. See yous. Oh. Music boxes. I play about granny phones and the granny phones have been replaced. Oh, skill! That wasn't what I was focusing on, but sure. I was more interested in the skill, not the door. Oh. Oh. Yay. Like I said, I was more interested on the skill, not the door. Oh, a lamp. Oh, why is it the game? Why is the game focusing on the things that I don't want to focus on? Oh, okay, that is interesting. The revolver. Okay. Oh. Hi. Is there anything else we could check here before we... Oh, okay, there's 2 things and we're off. April 5th. Oh, it's a calendar. Okay, doke. Oh no. Well, guess the violin is kind of the key here. Okay. Oh, there. Oh, there is more things. Hey, what? Oh dear. What is doing? I think we're done. Oh, we're getting another interesting machine here. Those. Oh, stereoscope. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Ouch. Wait, she saw something? Oh. Since them startling is not stereoscopes. Oh, and times have changed though. Well. Aww. Teaser. I think okay. Crockery cookware. Look so much is. Let me pop it. Okay. Oh. Okay, see. What Oni's from? In front of you. The article's pretty worth a penny. What? How'd you pay? Okay. But that looks yep. What do you know? Go over here, you! That'll spend a few days. Oh, Genie. Genie, let's trade. A pickpocketer. Or a chancer, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, she had the gun. The smoke gun. Oh, she looks different. Gordon Bennett. Okay. What? You remember then, do ya? I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So what are you doing in the air? Down and out like the rest of us, nothing to eat, come to pop up the black fizzle. Sorry, coat, have ya? What this black horn that makes anyone comment on? Oh, great, unless I'm mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. What's got a name? Ah, Mr. Jones. So, you have something to value upon, do you? Let me see that article. I shall negotiate Mr. Windybank on your behalf. Hold the other one. I don't need no help from someone stuck up there. Get on my business. Yes, go on, or make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. Really done. You're done. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there's really no room for negotiation here. Something he has in his hand. Some kind of melt disc. You, go on. Leave me alone. Oh, Mr. Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Does sound like I really sound like Brian when she wants to. Whatever. Please don't shoot the smoke grenade at me. Have a look at this. That's strange. Where do I want to go? What's the problem? Something wrong, don't you suppose? You're looking for this? Yes, but hi! I went and hi again! I gotta tell them for it, haven't I? David. It's bordering on black magic. I'll mix what I'm about to say about my armband seem a little dull. So, what do you want me to... What do you want... Sorry. What do you want to tell me about it then? Okay. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who would use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That's the problem, isn't it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Also, I think I picked up the wrong accent. Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. Things probably don't even belong to you. Probably got it from the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your cheek. Chevy cheese. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. I'm not going to the net. Listen, no, hold up. Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how the answer to that, really. Suppose sometimes. You're not going to that either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright? I swear. That thing belongs to me. At this, then Mr. Windybank was hoping. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about it. A second. Windybank, what exactly is the smell of this that Mr. Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have a tiny little bumps on the surface. Ah, that is the music disc, you see? For use inside a music box. Music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? You lot are so savvy, eh? Or too savvy, eh? What a music box is? I've just never seen one of those discs before. A small protrusion on the metal disc encodes the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There's so many different types of music boxes, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I've already offered more than I could at a penny. That's a packet of lies. It told me. It did. It said it was, well... Me? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. The disc worth scoop money. I know it is. Well then, you have to try it like another pawnbroker, won't you? She's been hitting before, of course. The little Dalmatian. Dalmatian? See. I'm browsing dubious articles or other with her every single time. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious with this she brought in today? Well, it wouldn't even that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lusher had actually come to redeem an article from you today. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff with need storing. Right? Yes, it's definitely dubious. You're going to question we have been forfeited at midnight tonight. I should give me the ticket for it and repay both the loan and interest. I was obliged to return the article to her. Oh, was that art? What was that article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. Well, scamp is warned, madame. The overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? What's wrong with you? Dad, it fits, don't it? Well, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about this then? What is that? How does that come into this? Oh, this. Ah, but this is something else. A new article upon. If the girl and I can create a price. I'm confused. I thought you said Miss Lestria brought a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money he owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her car, as I understood it. That's right, yes. However, unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she ran rightfully through the pocket. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at the lady? Ah, I see. It came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? You mean this disc? Then, if you mean this, then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she really tried to pawn it for quite a high price as well. It's rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoats here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man! It's me old man, ain't it? Is it Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please! Alright, wow, who's this picture postcard English in? He's got a cane! Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem. As long as you remove yourself, I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make up from it, I shall see you outside, girl. What a hiding you deserve. Look, ain't that obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Yeah? Who are you? How do you know who I am? Question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to even remember the face of your victims, it seems. What? You mean I from you? Boca? Yes, sir. I believe this fluffy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand it to be returned at once. Mine. Now that's like, what you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you ran soul. And needless to say, I need music box discs too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. This is not a hold up. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. Perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. This is true. Is what the gentleman's saying. What do you think? It's all lies, and obviously, I swear on my life, if I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Say it now, you little ragamuffin. Stole it, didn't you? The ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was bare an hour ago, and I was walking along the street, minding my own business. When this little gutterine ran into me, I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, I can see. I am a man of impeccable style. This ain't the first time I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Come on, Miss Lestrade, sorry. Yeah, the good gentleman, let's go back. And push on, I shall charge the call police. Hold on! Why is everyone thinking it's me? Look at that dandy cover. And you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm so sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I stole something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Evidence that the article Miss Lestria Berdine actually belongs to that gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Independence Ledger to know the truth. We will look up the name of the person who knows this is the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh? I never ask customers names. That's a strictly policy of mine. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some one of my customers have circumstances to consider. I agree many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Ah, I see. Then how can you know the article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir. Might have trouble knowing the watchword associated with the article in question. Of course, it's Professor. Yes, that's right. That's all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. Watchword? Interesting. So, what am I... I don't know what's up, mate. It's about these watchwords, though, Mr. Windybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activity secret. That isn't exactly a slow glance at Mr. Shumstein, isn't it? He's looking at the photos. Good detectives have no dark secrets, none at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. Alright, so tired. I did deposit the description and a watchword. Uniquely identified each item. Of course, I give them, and then I give a source ticket to the customer. Some can redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that's someone tells me to request for you return the article. That's right, sir. Yes. As soon as the requested fee is paid. Fee is paid. Screw it. I think I'm tired for this at the moment. At some point. And I supplied you with the information you required already. But for the points of doubt, the article question is an overcoat. Lost 2 months ago on February 15th. The watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really, this is a blowing joke night. There's no further room for doubt. Oh, we gotta stop. Okay. Required organization first. So you're not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. But yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I heard talk of the place. His inhabitants live in some very brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. It's very interesting. Yeah, I agree with you there, Rudy. What was at the face? Oh, glass situation. My mind's current. Like I think I'm just very tired and messing up words. Okay. Benedict. Edgar. Gert Benedict. Yeah. The hell? This is just all over the place. Oh, I see. I like this. What I like this letter coat. Okay. Never everyone. Ah. Virginia. Okay. Hmm. Another. That is at a cost of another. Okay. Say what I don't. Okay. Sega Man style. A disc. Hmm? No! What do you do? Oh, okay, I'm not even gonna say that one. She swiped disc! Hmm? Okay. Well, we got a music box disc. Okay. The music box! Okay. He's still here! Oh no. Followed me at last, Mr. Naruto. Sorry? But our young pet pocket sent me on my way. I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Really abstracted as the rest of you partook in a joyful atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occur in my mind and was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to summon the Trinkle in this desolate place. Whilst, as usually observed, knowing on the only friend I had left, this 7% solution of caramel. Hey, do you claim you understand the decimated despair, Naruto? How could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why don't you rejoin the conversation? He's going from bad to worse here, you know? Yes, I heard much of your conversation. Rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears to fire every word that was uttered. You were weren't you? There's performance rooms. I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my interference was correct. Oh. You're not about to tell us. You solved the entire case once again. Oh, here we go again. My dear madame, sometimes I wonder. Were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn for it? We're not trying that. These shoes had another flash of inspiration. And who knew? Help resolve the situation between Straight in this gentleman. Everything do here. Let's do it. Oh, I'm gonna have some fun. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear that you find yourself in somewhat of a predicament. What a blue blades have you been, eh? Pardon? An old lady's in trouble. A true chance supposed to be. Oh no! Not in Shrooms! A true chance supposed to be that out straight away. Not an hour later. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Egbert Benedict? You have, in my eyes, a verbally encyclopedia array of curiosity about your press. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. First is this. The true reason you visited this pawnbroker today is something you've not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation. One you will orchestrate with the intention to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deduction? How? You turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. But it seemed that once again, the Shrooms has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. This is precisely the pain expression I was looking for. It's time. So, shall we begin? Time has come for you in our Sherlock Holmes logic and reasoning spectacle. It's time to dance. The game is afoot. Like one, Mystery Man's Ape. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbroker today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redeemable tickets stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. The reveal by which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to the shop today in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. The paper in your hand is a self-wanted advertised for this very shop. Yet the most honest sir would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need for such employment. In other words, there's an ulterior motive for your action. Cane, which you unwillingly clutched to your person, saves an incontrovertible contradiction. Oh, rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak, of course. The missing ferrule. End of the walking stick, which can be terminated with a metal furs to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detail. Those analysts show that the wooden tip of this stick is utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact not a cane at all. Of course, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recording, you inadvertently facilitated the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. I may have got that wrong. Namely, what is the truth behind the Roger Bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key revealing to this riddle, you see? The moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. Oaken cane demands that such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod. It's the broken handle of a shovel. Or a spade. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motives are coming here. Was to take employment in this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premise. What a calculated crime you've conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. To tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. 2. Great crime. Now, Mr. Dex, let us continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime that you have been in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose that I could expect to find there? Look at my movements! Such long forgotten treasure, I suppose! Save for such fancy theory. What possible reason could I have to do what you say? Oh, but there's an ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. As your future glance is more telling than I could ever hope. What? Let's consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this to dig beneath the floor. The answer is revealed by the council note on the counter of which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. The letter gives notice to the public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plans of the upcoming sewage works, in this shot runs a sewage that adjourns another one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewage now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institutions opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you defies our master plan to pull off the most. Oh God! Okay, let me actually get back. You devise a plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Couldn't take that seriously. Master plan with my dance moves. Which brings at last to the final chapter of this lucid scene. What plunder did the thief hope to make off with from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? I consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago. I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is not secure to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? No idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Civic? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently, in the final stage of preparations, the Great Ace exhibition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funding to completing its masterpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of the road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime that you are contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of the bank. The special reserve funds for the Great Expedition. Of course, that is top secret police information. So keep it under your hat, please. To steal the Great Exhibition reserve fund. That concludes Sherlock Holmes Great deduction of this problem-broken puzzle. Mr. Sholmes. Well, Mr. Naruto, an impressively upbeat deduction from a detective racked with loneliness. Would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road? What it has in its vaults? Indeed. Though few know of existence, and it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Grayson told me, in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Ah! And that's such a big secret. Have you, Mr. Benedict, have ever come to find out about it? There can be only one explanation for that. It is because the man is a criminal. What if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? A criminal, I should say. And buying a brand new shovel would surely be the first thing he does now you reveal his secrets. Oh! Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windybank will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. But my life, I assure you, I'm not so unscrumptious. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Since the information was to be handled with the utmost care. One cannot be so sure that someone freaked into secrets won't disclose them. Once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding you in next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent leader, Mr. Haru. Excellent leader. Well, Mr. Haru, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to the grid deduction again and see if we can massage it in the ship. Very well then. Start once more from the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacle. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you venture to this pawnbroker today. And you claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. It's revealed by which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to the shop? First place is the staff recruitment flyer. And Mr. Jones' reasoning is not again here in order to fight his job so he could dig in through the floor. Yes. In an attempt to tunnel into the sewers and access the money vault in the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get fired far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his moves lie elsewhere. In this world, what brings Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? Oh, look at this screw in the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it! What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, rubbery white shirt, blue satchels, ragged. His details description of Miss Lestrade. There's even a scratcher, how no? Although, if you show them there, she'll fire that smoke in the laundry in his face for sure. Look, the details of the shop's been written down here too. Web Paul Brookery, Baker Street, between World Blank 15th of April. She's today's date. Just think I have all this information straight in the back of this piece of paper.
Take that!
What brought you here in the first place is info. Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the info by Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It will appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer. I take to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Whitney Bank's pawnbrokery here. Ah! You originally told us that you merely given chase to after Miss Lestrade stole a redeemable ticket from you. That, sir, is the thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Whitney Bank's pawnbrokery, and today the removal deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you had written down to arrive. And you've gone to some length to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there's some ulterior motive for your actions. Kane, but you only clutch your person exhibits an unconventional and incontrovertible contradiction. And utter rot. I've had this cane for years. Contradiction is what I speak, of course. The missing ferrule. What's a ferrule? It's a mark commonly found at the end of the key in now. Ah. A bit that makes the next cracking sound in the pavement. Yes, exactly. Mr. Jones is right. It appears to be missing on this key. It doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. The new gentleman did recall Mr. Jones identified the key as suspicious. In other words, there is some secret up at the key that Mr. Benedict would rather us not know. You hear, Mrs. Sano? There's some letters on the handle. Ah, yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letter of the names. How long is it going to be? HS, you mean? That's right. These on this key are obviously. Oh! A G. Why does that feel as though it's not quite right?
Take that!
The contradiction we should speak of is the initialing pod. There we go. Want to get at least a finger snap. A most true observation, would you say, Mr. Egbert Benedict? We'd like to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. And yet, in the most possessive manner you have in your grasp, the cane bearing the initials AG. Incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before you had the cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you borrowed it from some friend or friend in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Because, sir, is something wrong? Well, in your recording, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to this conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod to bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle which you evidently like to conceal is the key on understanding this riddle, you see. Let's consider the bare bones of what happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. A night, a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming to be the overcoat belonged to him. But we know that he's actually identified Lestrade from the written description. What suggests that everything else he told us is untrue? So what we can do here is might prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Oh! The seam on the shoulder seems to be coming apart. It is. You know, moments ago, Mr. Black surprised him. Said, I heard him say it was rather strange noise, something like a tiny through. Now I think it was probably the sound of the seam open. It does seem to be very tight fit. At least that the bursting, you would hope to be fastening in front. If you're on red the whole thing was surely far apart. That I like to see. Ari? How can we make Mr. Benedict run around? Really give this some thought. Yeah, that's the thing. We can examine the hut. I've been looking closely at this hut for some time now. Now something occurred to me. That is a bright white top hat looks like it might be just a hat for me. You like it, don't you? I can do, don't I? In that case, you can see if there isn't some similar among Mr. Windybank's forfeit items. After winter investigations. We must focus on the task at hand at the moment. We already know this.
Take that!
The split seam, which you then would like to conceal, is the key to her feeling. Split seam, which you Evan. You Evan. Then Lee would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle. You see? Ah! Yes, because the overcoat was rather dubious poor fit. I forged it over your brought soldiers. The seam is already breaking apart. I'm suspicious of erosion from the outset. When you're so boldly lie about your name and so boldly waylay this pickpocket. Ah! This catalog of untruth has all been one very specific purpose. To steal the article that was one young girl with Jean at Mr. Windybank. Look at my moves! What really irks me is this. The considerable climb I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. To ascend to Ascon with a redeemable item solved. Alright, now Mr. Benedict, let us continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have been planning. Sorry, I need to go. This is utterly absurd. You said that I, a gentleman, designed to filch some long tawdry article upon each? Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watch one? Look at my dance! Have I not been the one who deposited it in the first place? How could I possibly know the other details? Nesserpass. Oh, and the guy is better. Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you're well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your glance is telling. It's more than telling than I could ever hope. But let us consider how one might learn the secret watchword relating to the pawn property of the pawn property of the others. The matter revealed by the console notes on the counter to which your eyes are inadvertently drawn. That the deduction must change rather dramatically, I think. Yes. No more talk of tunneling into the sewers. This is petty. Because it sounds so sick. It's all sounded rather insane. Anyway, can't deny this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know the war, Mr. Windbag would never allow you to redeem the article. Or looking at it another way, if you didn't know the war, Mr. Windbag would like you to redeem the article whenever it's yours or not. The question is, this shaman have found the watchword somehow? Victor Troop Works is the title. Yes, it does mention Sue. So as mentioned from said. Oh! As mentioned like seal at the Confederate shop on the corner would be affected. Get something first, confet! Read later, Mr. Hardhudo. It's my overly expressive face. This, Mr. Susan. Ah, it appears to be whether Mr. Merrick has scrolled to himself. What does it say? Oh, Professor! Mr. must have made a note of the watchword his customers gave him right before that. An alarming clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter, which your eyes are firmly drawn. Oh, design. Yes, the broker here followed the same procedures whether a customer comes to redeem an article. Asks the customer for a watchword and notes down the response or on notelets he has to hand. Then he goes to the ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less from diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantage. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking with Mr. Windyman. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as in his common practice, you observed him writing the word Professor on the notebook behind his ledger. And that, sir, was a master plan you devised to steal the pawn article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan! Which brings us to the last chapter in this lucid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem the particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? Argo. For an ill-fitting overcoat bearing seemingly to justify efforts, much less a worthless music box disc. Naturally, you have very good reason to make it yours, didn't you, Mr. Bedak? No idea what you're talking about. I'm going to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. See, this picture postcard tells us all we see. All we need to know. Just like everybody, I'm just putting the finger snaps kind of match Sholmes' little one too. What we're talking about is are the overcoat and the music boxes that were in one of the pockets. Which according to Mr. Windy Bag isn't worth a penny. This ain't worth a penny. And yet this man would have such like to steal them. Why? I wonder perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain Mr. Naruto. We? Really? I better. They're firmly look for all the evidence we've collected so far.
Take that!
What precisely? You that, Mr. Naruto? Just following it? Sometimes it hurts. Well, the truth is, you do not have the term for observation or deduction. Did that hurt? Yes, a lot. Oh, we had the examen. This man has used some fairly high-handed measures to get his hand. Ah. The little bumps on the disc. So teeny. Yes, a protruding called pins, and they plug. That are plugged the just on the edge. There's a small amount of blood. Yes, the blood of the mysterious. And let's make sure trying to grab this friend. The pin scratched his finger, it seems. Like when you're getting greatest and dark, you can relish and accidentally catch your finger. Ouch. Just thinking about it hurts. I push my feet and realizes. Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck in the far side of the disc. Look. Let's go with the word to it. It looks like somebody's name. Or McGillig. McGillig? Couldn't be. This was not a holo. A name I shall never forget as long as I live. Why? Why is his name on this? And it. Okay. That's what I was. Ah. Oh.
Take that!
Now we can do it. Just need that updated information. You see, the mystery about this tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? Reads from McGillig. Ah. Ah, Mr. Magnus McGillig. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Oak Building 2 months ago. A prominent man of London, though his lone green demonstrated a distinct lack of sculpture. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Perhaps a subordinate. Mr. McGillig was a man of unusual small stature, in fact. Ah. And he's precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeeze yourself into. Sure. Your Trinity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Egbert Benedict. The final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this proud worker today? Was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGillig. No! I did it. Double. One. To acquire an item deposited by Mr. McGillig. Elementary! Well, Mr. Magnus McGillig. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Shrooms, I'm afraid there's something far troubling on my mind. Right tell, Mr. Sonic. Well, according to what Mr. Mac told us earlier, today was the final day in which the code could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, madame, that is correct. Today would have been precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today's the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today would have been the 15th of February, sir. That's right. So I'll carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposit at 10:30 p.m. I see. What? But suggest. Yes, 15th February is precisely the day in which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening. It's precisely the time the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestion is not the word. It was seen the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to me. Whatever outlandish deduction you choose, however. He's got a gun! I must insist you hand over that music disc. Now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. I do. There's something means a man must protect at all costs. It's maybe one of those things. Again. No. Oh, he's got a gun! Don't even. This is my shop. I cannot allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were happening, I should have to take me. Right, no. Alright, that's enough. Grayson! Grayson. Spectre? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. We got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, Brisby, you're here at last. I was almost waiting for my life on my own establishment. Seeing you have the upper hand. Right? You like got some explaining to do? I don't appreciate being bothered by some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Bring back Barry nearly at his end. Yeah, but it's own god, as far as I can tell. Yeah. And the whole bread we mean its end if I don't get to the bottom of this case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is suspected? Spare no detail, Grayson. I might say a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. Of course, Inspector. Ah! He's getting away! He just literally dots himself away! Get after him, lads! Well, whistle the beat officers too! Sir! There's been a speck of thefts at the pawn shops around here recently. We fitted emergency buttons underneath the counter for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then. Mr. Permanently in mourning. Oh, yes? I'll be taking that what? It is a McGillick's down to the yard, thank you very much. Hand it over. Yes, of course. No, don't give him to him. It's mine, Dennis. Mine. Sorry, miss. And I think McGillick has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? The police demand some of this evidence, my dear fellow. We have no choice but to cat the fate. All yours, Inspector. And so we hand this over to the Inspector Grayson. We're suddenly toughed out of the street, drop onto the street. Wait, that was the first part? Wow. Let's go another 15 or so minutes. I'm gonna wrap up. We haven't even got to wow, the investigation is actually split. Okay. See, that's why I ain't grown up. All to do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from ya. Really, Miss Lestrade, tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Why, surely you were given that. Yeah. The deed let me keep it after I looked at it for long enough. It went through the pockets and then said, go on then. Have it before tell me to scrap her. Always pays off, giving people who look like you them. Can't help but feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was a nice shiny disc of mine. Music box disc? But Mr. Moneybank said that was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna go and have another bash. Give him a long stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windybanks in the day. Why not? That's no further. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. Police are investigating the scene now and taking a step from Mr. Windybanks. But that is mine. I ain't got a ticket for the coat, and that was in the coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what the rotten coat said, ain't it? He mentioned something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is. And she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time you hit the feet. You had your haul for the day. Yeah, that's all your thoughts, Sholmes. So what's the plan? What are your plans now? Will you down us this evening? Eh? I should be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might entertain you with them. A must feel in recital. No, Ta. Oh. Why would I come round to your place, eh? I lost your man's dad's or something? Oh, she's bolted. She's gone. Having revealed on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering. Perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. When she had a chance to come down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Aris that a place on for potential guests at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Mr. Senno. Until later then. Let's just go into the office. I don't think there's really much we can do here. Yeah, I think we have. We've been in the grid for 2 months already. Yes, let's go by in a flash, hasn't it? What is an English gentleman you trail off there, Susan-san? I'm so sorry. When I fall there, I realize it's not all true, actually. I simply do feel any Britishness has really rubbed off on you. Nor you, to be honest. Well, that's obvious because... Yes, I know. Without a doubt, it's your kimono. It most certainly sounds like. I do adore the attired English ladies. It's quite delightful. Somehow, I don't really feel like abandoning my Japanese dress just yet. I wonder how Susanoo will do in Western clothes. That'd be interesting to see. Okay. Well, let's go meet with Iris. And whatever Sholmes' surprise is. 15th April, 3:46 p.m. Sholmes' suite. Oh, Susie, Bruno. Come in, come in. Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always. I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You've obviously cooked something special. You're obviously cooking something special, aren't you? But yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Yes, yes, good on. You'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear. It's awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Skinny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Yes, that does sound fun. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you? So now, Hurl? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Early? Oh, he's been like that ever since we got back. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. I see I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that. Very proud when he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. The Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. When I think about it, I wonder if they're where her real parents are. What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look in your face. Oh, no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here, Mr. Sholmes? You're wondering. Am I right? Hi! How did you... Oh, Bruno. I can read you like a book. The girl is dangerous. Don't worry. You can ask me anything. I won't mind. Let me show you this, Iris. It's just a boring. But... Oh, I don't really like boring things. Ah. It looks like Japanese mythology is easily misinterpreted by young Western children. I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be showing something boring. When I think about it, you're always introducing things with, this is boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it. I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know my return. So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the Gillick's Child Kiss 2 months ago, right? Yes! You stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after the trial, I've had her back here and we had dinner together. Now we're the best of friends. That one side or no? A lovely tale. Yes, knife involvement her on the street. She runs away as fast as she can. Oh. Night chases down the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. And then later, we have the latest colors of smoke grenade I developed. Oh. There's so many beautiful colors in the world, Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. I suppose that means you let Miss Trade keep the smoke grenade launcher, haven't you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Or Hurley. Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to write. It's been too long since you last came over. I'm so excited. I hope she does actually. I just hope she does actually come. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is I live here with Hurley, don't you? Well, it has crossed my mind that for your parents, only that I aren't with me anymore. Oh, when I passed away when I was born, and around the same time, my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and her were working on. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes. Danny and Hurley were always solving mysteries cases together. Oh, that explains the Watson situation. You didn't mention this before. He wrote them all in his diary. That's what's in the Mel case over there. Really, he recorded them all? So you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father? Exactly. He told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. That only me want to open it anymore. So I opened it up and found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out that the author of all these accounts was my father. So Iris' father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So it came as quite a shock. And Hurley told me that it wasn't really my daddy, I mean. Must have been done. Must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you at such a young age. Hurley said it was because he wouldn't be able to hide it from me. Oh. Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouth sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what started me right at the adventure of Sherlock Sholmes, actually. I assume Mr. Sholmes simply told you all these thrilling stories. Oh no. Really hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he saw the kiss, it all just vanishes from his mind. It all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. He totally forgot about the kiss he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock back for him. Say that again. You sure your father's studying, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. That is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diary that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could learn doctorate as well. Iris' father went to some distant land, and Dr. John H. Wilson. That was the name of the victim in the first case too, wasn't it? Oh. Everything seems to be right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yale University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Miss Susano? Yes? Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. Ah, my dear fellows! How good to see you! All the kisses are connected in the straight line. There isn't a off kiss here. Hey, Mr. Sholmes! I didn't even think the first case would have been connected till there. But ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you most of the day. Goodness, really? You tell us, Mr. Sholmes. Is your view then unscathed? My violin? What are you talking about, dear madame? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. Oh, another music box disc? No, not another disc, Mr. Sana. This is the one gracing the man we hand over to others, Mr. McGillick's disc. Oh my! Then what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruto, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may develop. I may be even more like a larceny. Oh, that would be wonderful and exciting. I'll be your pickpocketing assistant. And Bruno could be your go-to lawyer if you ever get caught. Right. Plus, Susie here's this beautiful handwriting. She could write her NC Crimes notification. It's Ivy Delight. I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened. I think. Oh. Never mind. We'll finish this conversation with first Sholmes and then we'll wrap up. I don't understand. How did that disc come into your possession? I thought the special reason took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that's sort of with uncompressed attitudes precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of karma, Mr. Sholmes. Your only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you hear me, my dear fellows? Catch your minds back to when the great detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking whatever it is McGillicuddy's done in the yard. Thank you very much. I'll hand it over. Mr. Court. Please ransom. Miss, my dear fellows, we have no choice but to cut to it. All yours, Inspector. For briefs and moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did. But I still don't understand. It was the precise moment that I stunned my one and only friend in the action. I pressed the disc into her bars like this. That's amazing. The disc had, and all its musical proportions have made an image into this caramel. Indeed, the caramel is quite exceptional. I developed myself, you know. Substantially soft for making impressions, but persistent to melting. The result is a precisely controlled solution. Extraordinary. I carry a pair of these on one person freaking proved very useful indeed. Here's his first level. It's a press and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter properly well and never will outscore its nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. An image I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know the manner of which music would issue from the disc when played. You tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What's missing on displays? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea. None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of the mystery box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Bruno? Inside the... Inside the mystery box, there are special metal pieces called combs. That push proceeds to the side. Small approach. They pluck on the different tips of the comb. As they rotate past it, they make different notes. When the first mystery box is invented using a rotating cylinder with turbulence on it. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popular music box spread far and wide across the globe. Why is that happening? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy more music, even when no performer is present. That is fair, but it is the fair success of the invention that means we are now present with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construct of one's firm music box does not match that of another. I was waiting to know which music box this because his disc was designed to be played. There's no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested this on a few music boxes I have at my disposal. As in here, no fail. The results were equally unsatisfying in this one. So, I'm engaged in inquiring a sample of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's Hurley for you. Always taking things too far. But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite proponent to my constituency. Surely it's all different types of Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, wouldn't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I should just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? Magnus McGillig. Not anyone I expected to hear again so soon. Yes. It's only been 2 months since that grisly kid. Mr. McGillig perished within the hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still nigh. Alan Bus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remains. But the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGillig's innocent trial, the newspapers still claim that it remains an unsolved case. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. thrice-fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. And we still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGillig was found not guilty for my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Kenny will be here before long. Thank you, Harris. Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do. I think I shall investigate the conditions of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Jones. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybank said before. He said he had a manuscript of ours in pawn, didn't he? Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Jones' latest tale of otherworldly mysteries lies in dormant in my storeroom, or his words, I believe. You heard about that, did you? I expected you were incensed as I was. Oh yes! The idea is such a wonderful story of language and Mr. Windybank's storeroom gathering dust. My dear madame, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's room is the safest place for all. More secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Huey? Was it safe and secure? Well, there may be the occasional mix-up. Caused by uncertain and purpose someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea what took me long to write up that Bakersfield story, Huey? Oh, sorry, Baskerville, the story, Huey. Oh, that's the name of this episode. Oh, it sounds so exciting. The House of the Baskervilles. I love the reading. Ah. What's going on here? Why does it feel like an ice chill just sweep through the room? Susie, you say? Said the House of the Baskervilles. But how did you know the full title? Well, it's because Rosano is such a great fan of all the stories of Mr. Shrooms, of course. But Bruno, the House of the Baskerville has never been published. What? When I showed her the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. You understand? That's why he said he'll keep it safe. Until it's the right time for the story to be made public, you see. That's why the manuscript's at Windybanks. Yet, how did Susie know the title? Huey, what's going on? Ah. What is it, Mr. Shrooms? It would appear our guest has arrived. She did! Miss Lestrade! Miss Lestrade! This is the bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I wasn't welcome. I'm going. And she's gone. No, wait! Miss Lestrade! We've been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh yes, Spiritini, we'll have everything ready in Chivy. Wow, that mood changed. Come on, Susie! Right, of course. It's about to sit here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come on in. What's that you, Manda Lashon? I won't take no for an answer. But it is then. The cat's back! evening. Ash proposed a good meal that was even more delicious than usual. And Mr. Shun's violin performance was no way meddlesome. And Ginny, as we came to call her, told us all how to steal things from her without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves, well into the night. 8th of April, 9:34 p.m. Nahuro's legal counsel. Consultant. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Yes, Irish cooking is truly divine. I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Shone's violin even now. Yes, of all, I bet I can steal glasses from his lordship's face next time we record. Please don't. Now, Horo-san, take assaults. Overview. Wonder. What's the matter, Susan-san? It's about the telegram I received. Ah. Well, that arrived first thing in the morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. What? Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram is from the Lord Chief's Justice office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What then? We have to start preparing at once. Oh, no. That won't be necessary now, Horo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? On Earth 4. I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's this all about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends! Oh, Iris! Hello again! And Ginny too! Gina too! Yes, Ginny's gonna stay with us tonight. She's gonna sleep in with me. Is that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. Hi, lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what? In particular? All those things Ginny showed us, it wasn't wonderful. Well, you mean those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? I think I'm awoken a natural talent. I could earn a living run. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. What? That's mine! Huh? However did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Oh, yes, I've forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius. Well, anyway, here. You can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wore it, though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night. Yes, good night. So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy my chances with a lawyer with this who lives in a place like this. Yes, me too. It seems as though ours here still has something talked about. Suppose she's probably one to talk about the manuscript. Suppose she probably does. Ah, screw it, we'll do it. I think it'll take us long. Okay. I'm not gonna... Oh, I can't do it. I can't do anything, son. Just think. Would you know? Yeah, I was just thinking. That's all. Oh, I wouldn't fancy my chances with a lawyer who lives in a place like this. Yes, I mentioned that already. Get off, did I? Well, nothing really springs to mind, that's why. What's wrong with this room exactly? I like it. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, okay. Iris, I suppose I was hoping you're going to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Are you going to tell? Aren't you going to tell me? So sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Haven't made you... Oh, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what's this all about. What else is about really, bud? It's a story you made up, isn't it, Iris? This manuscript, or whatever you call it. Whatever you call it. It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diary. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once, his partner. Eh? They solve all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Aren't you so? I was as surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down in his diaries. I started to write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now then? He had to go on some urgent business to a far land. And he'll be gone for a very long time. So I never really got at him. Oh, but right. Let's think about it. Don't know anything with Ginny's parents either. If you ask her. Hounded. Iris, this Hounded the Baskerville story. I take it as another tale inspired by your father's account. That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. In the other cases, I mean. Oh, hi. I don't really know. But it must be special in some way. Because after written it, I showed the manuscript to Hurley. He turned white as sheet. It's the first time I've ever seen him like this. That pains me to say this after you've told for so long, Iris. The story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. Why not? It's one of my best works. I'm not at liberty to say. I'm not nice, so please, do not ask me. Alright then, I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Winterbeck, isn't it? Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets me goats, it does. They treating you like a child. I mean, then what it means, then that's what it is, keeping secret aside. I'm sure Mr. Shrooms isn't trying to be mean. Eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must be a very good reason. I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good. But I can't put the wound over my eyes. Shrooms is lying in the arse. I bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? No, we'll leave it at this point. We've been going for a good bit while, more than I thought I was going to plot. We'll continue this Wednesday, of course. So thanks for all tuning in to the day, who's a week. If you're watching this obviously on Twitch and the video is split up. And like I said, we'll continue this on Wednesday. I said that it's going to be probably a normal streaming schedule for like the rest of this week. If you're watching this again on Twitch, if you're watching YouTube, then you're probably going to see everything else going up. Like it'll be normally at the schedule stuff. But yeah, we'll continue Wednesday, and then we will. So on that though, we must have other stuff. Tuesday, Thursday, my records are going to be the Friday, and then we'll have to on Saturday and Sunday will kind of be the going off topic here, off games. But no, I'll fix up here. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good day. Hope it's a good week, and I'll see you next time. And of course, you're watching on YouTube. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time as well. Bye.